Okay, so there's a lot of confusion about number 7 in the notes and number 8 in the notes. And I'm going to explain to you why we have to have the variable on the left in order to accurately have a graph. So I'll go through number 7 step by step and also number 8 step by step because I didn't have time to do that at the very end of class. So we have negative 20 is greater than or equal to t minus 12. Negative 20, go down here, let's see here, get this out of the way. So we have negative 20 is equal to negative 20t is greater than or equal to t minus 12. First step that we did was we have to get rid of this negative 12 or minus 12 because that's what's happening to t. We need to get t by itself. So I have to add 12 to each side to make sure it stays as the same equality. This is not a situation. This is not a situation that is a negative. So that means that the sign for now is going to stay the same. So now I have negative 20 plus 12, and on a number line, when I'm at 0, negative 10, negative 20. When I'm at negative 20 and I'm adding, I'm going to be going this direction, so it's going to be going closer to t, or closer to 0, so that just becomes negative 8. Now I just have t on this side. Now if this was just what we had to do, if we had to solve for t, I would be done there. But we're talking about graphing. There's two ways you could do this. If you wanted to graph and you wanted to read from left to right, you have to have the variable you said first. And if I was reading right to left, it would be t, and I'm looking at this from this direction, t is less than or equal to negative 8. From here, I don't want to do it like that. I want to have my variable staying on the left. So in order to do that, I'm getting lots of text messages. In order to do that, I have to get t on the left. Now I can't just flip these two on this side without worrying about my equality sign. In order to do that, I'm going to break that down step by step. If this will erase, there we go. So I have, there we go. In order to get t by itself on the other side, I'm going to subtract t from this side, and I'm going to add 8 from this side, because if I wanted to flip the sides, as long as I use the inverse operations, that's where it goes. So now I have a negative t on this side, and I have a 8 on this side. Now t is not by itself in this situation. What's happening is I have a negative 1 times t greater than 8. So in order to get that to go away, this is multiplied by negative 1, I have to divide this by negative 1, divide this by negative 1. Moving up here. Now I have t by myself, and because I had a situation where I am dividing by a negative, that means that my sign here is going to switch. My sign there is going to switch. How small is that? That's too small. So now I have my symbol switch, which is less than or equal to negative 8, because 8 divided by negative 1 is negative 8. So now I have the variable on its left. I have proven how this is the same as that. And if you're wondering why did I flip that sign when I divided by a negative, just to go back into our notes to where we were, that's the part that we highlighted right here when you were in class. It says here, when you multiply or divide each side by a negative number, you must reverse the inequality symbol. The reverse inequality symbol, because of this division by a negative number, here's the reverse inequality symbol. And now I can graph that. Come on, erase. Thank you. Now number 8, which is 30, is less than negative 10y. 30 is less than negative 10y. Oop, negative 10y. Negative 10y. I have negative 10 being multiplied by y, so I'm going to have to divide by negative 10. And because of our knowledge that we know whenever we divide by a negative, it's going to flip this sign. So I know that the inequality sign is going to flip. So now I just have y on this side. The sign has to flip to here. And my answer for y is negative 3 is going to be greater than y. It's going to be greater than y. So if I wanted my symbol here, I have a 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So it's going to be greater than, y is going to be greater than negative 3. Or 3 is going to be greater than y, but I don't like to look at it like that because this is how we would graph, ooh, boy. This is how we would graph that. It's not equal. Here's my arrow, and it goes out there, or to use a different color. It's not included on this one. And if I wanted to hold it true with my way of seeing the symbol, I just move this guy over here, flip that symbol again, negative 3. Now I can see it as being clearly y is less than negative 3. Hopefully that clears a little bit up for you. Ask me on Edmodo if you have questions.